pa rin po ng pagpaslang kay Jennifer Laude. Makakausap po natin ngayon, live mula sa Germany, ang kanyang fiance, si Marc Sueselbeck. Good afternoon, Marc.
Hello. Good afternoon to you too.
Yes. First of all, how did you find out about the sad news and how did you take it?
Well, I was informed on Saturday evening by a close friend of Jennifer and me, you know, the husband, Australian husband of her best girlfriend. I was informed she was murdered. I didn't know the exact details until Monday morning. I did see it in the news.
Marc, can you tell us more about her? What sort of relationship did you have?
Well, you know, probably it was the most unexpected kind of relationship, because everything happened in a flow. I mean, we did just meet in a social network and kept on talking and talking for nights and hours. And just after 10 days, I already decided to take a flight to her, even though I never been to the Philippines before, never even to Asia. But, you know, it was just like feeling soulmates from the first time. So I have been there, and, you know, just less than 1 month after we did talk first time, we already did decide for engagement on 23 December 2012, with the full knowledge of all her family and also with the share of her family. And that was one of the greatest moments I ever had in life.
Marc, did she ever tell you, you know, the things that she was doing in Olongapo? Did she tell you that, because from the looks of it, I don't know if that was just a friendly date or, you know, just some...
Well, I do see the point you're going forward to. Let me tell you one thing first. You know, Jennifer and me had the wish just to have a normal life, a normal, stable life. You know, that was our wish, our common wish. And you know, if she were a girl who was going for the money, you know, she could have better picks than me. You know, they're running around lots of rich guys. She could simply go to, but that was not the point. It was a love relationship. And regarding your question, what do you mean? I can tell you two things more. She was never a prostitute, and she was never stealing. So, you know, I know her long enough to say that, and everyone who knows her can confirm that. So, I don't know exactly what was the reason for her to go with this guy. I mean, you have to keep in mind, she was really sometimes a naive person. She was really easy believing. So I don't really get a clue. But I can tell you one thing. I was supporting her all the time through that, as good as I can. You know, and I know even when she was poor and didn't have much, she even did try everything to support her family beyond that. I also did my best I could do. But, you know, all of us don't know the reason why she was going with him. And probably we will never know, but because you can expect, if that guy will put to charge, he will do everything to make her look bad as possible as his defense. But I know if she was doing anything for money, it was not her wish or not her free choice. If it happens, then that is a consequence of how less chances people, especially like transgendered or other groups, even just normal poor people, it's just that your country, your government, your society don't give those people chances. I mean, that is discrimination. I mean, where are the equal rights? Where are the equal education? Where are the fair chances for everyone? Why does a ladyboy don't get a job because just of her gender? Why is it so difficult for girls like her just to find a normal, decent job, what she was trying all the time? I mean, seriously, I'm asking you that because that is the bottom of all. That is why things like that happen. And that is also the responsibility of your government in charge, because it would be the duty of them to make sure everyone in the Philippines has the same rights and has the same chances in life. So if she was going with him for money, which I don't know, I know she was never doing that job wise, on the one hand. And if she did that in that moment, it was probably her first time, and it was because no one gave her another chance.
Yes, Mark, I understand. I understand also that you had plans of settling down with her and that you proposed in December. Is this correct, Mark?
Well, yes, that is true. I mean, just on tomorrow, I had an appointment for another visa application. I already talked with the Government of Foreign Affairs in Germany, writing my complaint about her first visa application denied, also for discrimination or whatever because of her gender. So I was dealing with them, and we were very positive. She would get her visa granted this time, and then she would be here in March. And in March already, we would have married, and probably she would have stayed here. But I also wanted to tell you one thing. She was a proud Filipina from the first day on I met her, always, ever since. She was proud and she was loving her country. So even, I would have a chance to go there and live there. But she was afraid even of your country. Even though she was loving that, she was afraid of what was going on in Sueselbeck Bay with all the American foreigner guys there. She was afraid of that. That was why she wanted to come here instead. Even though she was loving her country, loving her family, she was thinking about going here and living here, because here she could have the liberal and free life she was dreaming on all the time, and here she would not be disrespected for her gender. So that's what I really wish people also think about when they look at that case.
So, Mark, what do you think of, I don't know if you've been updated about the progress about the case. Murder charges had been filed against the suspect. Do you have any views you'd want to express on, how things are proceeding from here?
Well, I think the major problem will be to make the U.S. government agree to hero charge in the Philippines, because, the American mentality. I mean, you can see it just every night in Sueselbeck. You can see it maybe around the world. So I expect the U.S. government to do everything to keep him in charge, and this would mean he probably get a little bit of a penalty, like, maybe not even get sentenced to prison or something. So I really hope, most of all, the Philippines will make it that it comes to Philippine laws. And I also hope the Philippine executive and also the politicians react to the behavior foreigners, but especially American and Navy troops are showing. And I hope that will wake up the people. We can never turn time. We cannot turn Jeninifer alive again. At least, I hope, the process and everything which was following, probably all the thinking and discussing there, will give it at least a sense. To the person himself, I cannot really comment that, because this is beyond my imagination. I can imagine many things. I can imagine rape. I can imagine, people are crazy enough to kill someone. But, it's not only the point that he was killing, but it was the way how he was killing. I mean, how more you can degrade a person than to drown someone in a toilet bowl? I mean, this is animalic. This is nothing to do more with humanity. This is brutality at its worst. And this is no excuse. There is no excuse for that. And that is, but, making people able to act like that against, people like Jeninifer is a result. It's a conclusion from how they're treated by their own community. I mean, how can foreigners respect people like Jennifer if they don't get the respect even in their own country? That's a normal following that people psychopathics like him act like that. One last word to him, because normally, as I said, it's beyond my imagination. I hope for him that God may forgive him. I know I will not, and I will never. And no one who was ever close to Jennifer and who knows what person she was, will ever forgive him. Because that, nobody deserves something like that. But she was the least person who deserves treatment like that.
Most certainly, Mark, no one deserves to die that way. And we thank you for giving us...
Never, no one.
Yes. We thank you for giving us time. This is not a difficult, this is not an easy time for you. This is your time. I'm sure you're grieving very badly, just as Jennifer's family is here in the Philippines. So we'd like to thank you and wish you good afternoon in Germany, good evening here in the Philippines.
Thank you very much.